In today's video, we are going to talk about VPC peering. So what is VPC peering? VPC peering, if we have two different VPC, we can like connect connection between them called VPC peering. So here is the definition. I took it from the Amazon website. VPC peering connection is a network connection between two VPCs that enable you to route traffic between them privately. So if you have two instances, right, running with a different VPCs, so you can connect with the through VPC peering. So here you go is instance in either VPC can communicate with each other as if they are within the same network. You can create a VPC peering connection between your own VPC, right? And the VPC peering doesn't support transitive connection. So what is the transitive connection? So if you have a VPC A and VPC B, they can communicate through VPC peering, but VPC A cannot communicate with the VPC C. So we need to establish another connection direct with a VPC A to VPC C. So here is the another connection right here. So in this scenario, VPC A can communicate VPC B, and VPC B can communicate VPC A, and VPC B can communicate VPC C, and C can communicate with VPC B. So and here for the communication between VPC A and C, we need to create another VPC peering. So today video we are going to create two VPC, VPC A and VPC B, right? So once we have created VPC 1 and A and B, so we will create subnet. So one for VPC A for subnet private and public subnet for VPC A, and the same thing here for VPC B. We can create public and private subnet. Once we have public and private subnet, we will create route table. So why we need route table? We need to route our traffic, right? So we will create a VPC A route table, VPC public and private route table here. Once we have successfully configured the route table, we will create internet gateway in VPC A and VPC B. Why we need internet gateway? So we can I can log in with my computer into a AWS infrastructure, right? And can go in VPC, and then I can able to log in through internet gateway to in my EC2 machine. So I'm gonna show you guys for my configuration here what I have configured here. Let's go first VPC. So I have created two VPC as I mentioned you guys in a picture, VPC A and VPC B. Oh, sorry, this is the internet gateway. Sorry, here you go, VPC A and VPC B. So in CIDR block, I kept IP address. One is 10.0.0.0 and the second one is 10.1.0.0. So 16 subnet mask means like I can launch 65,000 EC2 instance in one VPC, right? So after VPC creator, I created subnet. So here is a subnet for VPC B and VPC A. So public and private. So here you go for first one is VPC A public subnet, and I keep enable the auto assign IP addresses. So that subnet would have public IP. It can able to assign any instance to the public IP, right? And the private one I kept it like disable. If you guys see here, so this is a disable, this is a secure and private subnet. So what we have done so far, so we have done like VPC A, VPC B here, and we have done subnet A, subnet for VPC A private and public subnet, right here. Now I'm going to show you the route table. So here are the four route table. One is for private VPC A and B, private and public subnet, right? And then I created two internet gateway, as I show you the image here. Two internet gateway. Why I create internet gateway? So through my computer from the outside I can log in with my EC2 instance, the public subnet one, I'm telling you, I enable public IP, so I have public IP addresses. I can go in AWS inside the VPC public one. So through public I will go to the private instance, right? And through private I will try to communicate other VPC, the private VPC, right? So there is a security group, so in both sides, so I keep the security group for separately for VPC A and VPC B. Now I'm going to show you guys my instance right here. So right here I have like three instances. One is for public VPC A, and one is for private VPC B and private VPC A instance. So this one, the public one, has the public IP address here. You guys can see if I click here in private one won't have it. Private one does not have. The second one doesn't have it, right? So I kept only one public EC2 instance, like virtual machine with VPC A. And also for the security right here, security group, right? So I create a security group for VPC A and separate, and a security group for VPC B separate. So in security group I allowed like ICMP protocol. The port is -1. So in ICMP we can ping the other PC. So I kept enable this to port 22 and -1. So let's go to command prompt, try to log in. I'm going to log in the public EC2 instance. So connection, this is the SSH to SSH. Okay, close this one. CMD CD download. My authentication file is download. So copy and paste here. So I'm logged in my this is a private IP. I'm logged in my public EC2 instance. So if you guys can see here, this is the public one and it has the 240 IP address, right? So successfully I am in here 240 right here. So through this one I need to go I'm going to go to the VPC A private instance. So as I mentioned you, right now I am here, right? So now I'm going to try to get in this one first. So this is the private one, the VPC A connection. I'm going to copy SSH. So before we go, we need to have authentication files that I downloaded during the creating instance. So let's see, check it first. Sudo nano, and the name was I kept name KP. So I have it, I already copy here, control exit. So I already have it, so it will allow me to get in. So right now I am in 209 IP address. Let's see which one is 209 IP address. So this is my private one and it has a 209 IP address. So right now I am in 209. Right now I am in private EC2 instance, and now I'm going to try to ping other VPC without peering. I'm going to ping first. This is a VPCB, and I'm going to ping. This is the IP. Let's see, am I able to ping? No, I'm not able to ping. Is going to be timeout, or is going to be like that. Why I'm not going to ping, able to ping? Because it's not period. So Control C is not period, so I'm going to create peering. So if okay, right now instance is right, VPC here, so I'm going to create VPC peering here. So you guys can find here VPC peering. So here is the peering connection. So I already made one, but it's been deleted. I'll create the new one. So tag it, name it VPC underscore PWRN from A to B. Right, so there is a requester, so VPCA going to be request to VPCB. So here you can go for another account or same account. So if you go for another account, you need to mention your ID plus region. So I have the same account, and I'm going to log in with the accepted is my VPC2. So first I need to ping from VPCA to VPCB, like VPCA EC2 private instance to VPCB EC2 private instance, right? So once I hit OK, here you go, connection is done, but it's still in pending because we need to accept it, right? VPCB need to be accepted. So accepted is done. Once we done accept it, we need to modify our route table. So I'm going to modify my route table right here. Here are 4 route table. Which one is need to be modified, right? So right here, so this is a VPCA, right? And it has a CIDR block 10.0.0.0/16. So I'm going to be configure this route table, because why I'm going to configure this route table, because I want to communicate this instance with this instance, right? And then I will configure that route table after that. So I'm going to VPCA private one first, VPC route table private one. So I'm going to add a route here. So you guys can see right here, this is a VPC1 CIRDR block. If I go for back here, I think VPC1, yes. So here is a VPC1. So right now I am in VPC1, right, or in route table. Edit route table. So I'm going to add route here. So what I'm going to add, I'm going to add the route for VPCB .1.16 right here, right? Peering connection with the VPC this I kept the name, right? A2C, save it. The same I'm going to modify the route table other one. I did modify for VPCA, right? I need to go for private VPCB one to modify, right? So that one was 10.0.0.16 VPC peering again, and now save it. So we have done that part. Let's see, ping it again. So ping should work. right here is ping is start working, so it's mean our connection successfully established, and VPC-A EC2 instance, the private one, is can communicate with the VPC-B private instance. So connection is good. That's all, guys.